Everyone, it's your boy Matt. This is a continuation of the personal update and Taco admin for 8th of June 2026. Now, I'm going to request a couple of things. I'm going to request that my friend James Geisen, it's actually a friend's name, but I think he changed his YouTube channel to it, but I have no idea. He's a gentleman who's a lawyer. I'd like him to do a exposition of my case if he can. I'd like him to explain what the wiretapping laws are in Australia, because I believe that when I was working at Humanity Health Group, they engaged in illegal wiretapping. They had spyware on my personal computer, and that spyware was used to dox my porn account outside of work hours. So in doing so, I think they committed a very serious wiretapping offence, and I think they should be criminally charged. I also think they should be charged with using a carriage service to menace and harass, because they also created fake job advertisements so to get information from me and to ensure that I was not able to re-enter the industry. So I think they certainly met some criminal thresholds there. So that's the main Taco admin. The next point is do not interact with Michael Armstrong. Just give him the cold shoulder. Do not let him try and improve my situation, because he will use that as an opportunity to influence the people in the situation I end up in. I am escaping very serious coercive control by a person who is a cult leader. Okay, this is quite serious. This is very, very serious. And I need him to be appropriately shunned. Okay? When you see him, you are looking at a person who is engaged in this behavior for a very long period of time after repeatedly being asked to stop. This isn't a situation such as myself and Ms. Purple, who have had a complex relationship which has included consensual parts and confusion with her, even though some of my conduct in that relationship ultimately was slightly inappropriate, but she's been pretty chill with it. She's enjoyed it quite a bit, and she's latched onto it. Michael's conduct throughout this entire situation has been exceedingly unbecoming, and it does not. He has shown some information about himself, and he has presented himself as a continuous threat to my freedom. So that's that part. The other thing I need to express is the only reason why I'm having the problems I'm having is because I've been gang stalked by the Australian Signals Directorate. When I'm not gang stalked, I can use the calendars on my phone and the personal notes in my journal, which is my Google Keep. When I can do that, I can arrange my time, and I had very good processes to be able to keep myself oriented. These processes, the systems I developed, took years to get functioning. They were very well refined behaviors. I was doing quite well. I even was doing this whilst I was being abused by the Australian Signals Directorate, because this has been going on for years. This happened well before the Henny's Health Group stuff. Okay, they've been fucking toying with me for years. Okay, and now I can't use these things because they will use this as a means of gathering intelligence and as a timeline for them to plan their attacks. Similarly, Humanity Health Group will do similar things. I am completely socially isolated and cannot build a life for myself because my ability to plan, my ability to have connections and relationships has been taken from me. I cannot interact with people anymore because someone else will interact with them to try and control me. And this has been going on for some time. And at this point, it's the kind of weird fuckery which makes you want to go to prison or kill yourself. And finally, I need to express the people to interact with me are not trained people. Do not send trained people to interact with me. It's actually the systems of authority which are the problem. David Pocock has been trying to do some leadership in this area at different points in time. I need to say the thing to do is not to trust the medical or healthcare authority. These is a continuation of the systems of abuse that have been abusing me for years now. What I need is separation from the government. I need the government to fuck off. I do not need assistance from the government unless they're going to give me the money they fucking owe me. What I need is the government to stay as far away from my life as humanly possible. I need the healthcare apparatus to stay as far away from my life as possible. And I need to be able to have a regular life. I can't use things like Tinder because the accounts I'm matching with are fake accounts. I'm kept in a bubble. This is horrifying. I am a person. I am being deprived of my humanity, and I do not know why. And it is so strange. It is the creepiest gang stalking ever. It is a human rights violation. It does nothing for my mental health. This is not healthcare. This is not how you treat a person who you have made vulnerable. It is an exceedingly horrific form of abuse, and we need to stop putting experts in charge of it, because the experts so far I've had to deal with have just been morons. Every fucking one of them. Just stop. The issue is the interference by the government. If the government didn't have this thing with my screens being streamed, there wouldn't be a problem. If I didn't have the government sending me to a fucking asylum every couple of months, there wouldn't be a problem. If I didn't have the government gang stalking me through juvenile members of the Australian Signals Directorate, there wouldn't be a problem. If false allegations and APRA hadn't begun ruining my life, there wouldn't be a problem. My issue is the government, and more government and more trained people is not the solution. The solution is to give me money so I can fix my life. The solution is to stop having my streams streamed so I can begin having a life. I would like to have a life, thank you very much. What is happening to me is cruel. It is the most undignifying experience imaginable, and what the continued abuses which I'm subject to are not justified. They don't protect anyone. I'm kept in a situation where violence is a way of life because you have increased the threat level so high by having my screen streamed and forcing me to live in a very dangerous community where I am targeted and people break into my room to steal my things and break my possessions over petty quarrels and ill-understood disciplinary reasons. So please do not, under any circumstance, let the government have any more involvement in my life. Get the government to fuck off. Stop passing things on to the healthcare system. I need to get out of systems. I don't want any more involvement with them. That is what I need. Do not listen to people in community leadership positions saying and passing this thing on to the legitimate authorities. The authorities are the problem. I need less interaction with them. Once you start being put into these systems, you become a fucking bouncing ball in an institution and you have no control over your life. And I'm trying desperately hard to have a life and be able to have control over mine, but I can't because the situation I'm in is not disclosed to me. I can't go to a lawyer to discuss it, and I'm just facing very serious human rights violations on a day-to-day basis. And that's Taco Admin for today.